Is Bitcoin in a dangerous situation? We ended up getting that breakout up above $22,000 and it looks really good. We even initiated the second leg, but you can see exactly how this second leg started to look. Take a look at this. When we made that move, we instantly started to fall down. We lost our new local area of resistance, hopefully flipping into support. Didn't flip. We ended up falling below it, and since then we have been in a bit of free fall. Let's talk about this because a lot of people are worried about this, and I think they have good reasons to be worried about it. I just want to jump in with a note here again on the sentiment side. If people get scared very easily when we drop by, hang on, how much was this? We've fallen by $1,100, whereas in the last 5 days we've risen by $4,000. So if people get this upset, if people get this worried over a $1,000 drop when we've already moved up by $4,000 in 5 days, then that's telling me sentiment is very fragile. That's telling me sentiment is still very fragile in this space. People are not feeling optimistic. People are quickly falling back into pessimism and negativity. And guess what, guys? That's exactly what I want to see when we are in a bear market rally. All right, we don't need people to believe this. People start believing that this shit is, the next time. Let's say we ended up coming all the way back up here, and then we had a little flash crash. Guys, if we did this, and then we had this little crash, like let's say it's a steeper crash. Let's say it looks a little bit like this. What do you think people are going to say? I think a lot of people are going to be quite optimistic that this is going to recover, because along the way, we would have already had a few more of those, right? So this is what happens at market tops. This is what happens when markets are continuing to rally, right? We get a lot of disbelief seeping into the market very, very quickly over seemingly not that much, right? Because what we had right here was quite an explosive move. I just want to compare this to what we had. Let's separate these moves real quick. I've already got this on a different chart. I want to show this to you right here. Let me just remove these. These are drawings that I put inside of VIP, and I forwarded them into gold. So those of you who watched the last video, you're going to know that I actually ripped a very, very impressive trade on Bitcoin right here. It's actually in a bigger profit than this right now, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I don't know. No, it's probably a lot less. I ended up hitting 37%, closed a little bit, raised my stop loss to break even. Nice textbook trade so far. It's going pretty well in my opinion. That went into VIP, but of course I put other updates in VIP, and some of them get filtered into gold, where you can get them for free. So without paying anything, you get even more stuff that people pay for. You're getting completely free of charge from myself and my team by following that first link in the description down below. But what we had right here was a series of moves. I just want to look at this move right here. This was, the market fell down from 21.1, fell down to about 20.4. We rallied up by $1,100. The next leg, take a look at this. The next leg was 1.7, or up to this high. It was about $2,000. So you can see that the leg we had over here versus the leg we had over here was a lot smaller. We had a smaller leg previously, okay? We had a smaller leg here than this leg here, and so it calls for a potentially larger drawback. Now, obviously, this is quite a big retracement. This is about as big as I'm comfortable seeing it. I had this support level drawn. Look at exactly where we found support, ladies and gents. This stuff should not be coming as a surprise. You see, we actually had this area to use as support, as resistance over this last 30 days. If I start drawing it as a box now, to be a little bit less accurate, but to capture more key points in the market, you're going to notice this. Take a look at this. We were consistently getting rejected by this box, from the bottom of the box, from the top of the box, and in between the box. Look at this, right in the center as well. Now we're in this box, and we are potentially in an area of support. I feel like people are getting scared very quickly. Now, here's the thing. There are good reasons to be worried looking at the stock market and the dollar, in my opinion. See, the thing here is the stock market just opened. Oh, no, it didn't. What am I talking about? The stock market closed. The stock market opened hours ago. My bad. And where did it open? It opened all the way up here. We're on the 1 hour time frame. The S&P 500 opened at resistance. Let me just show you what this pattern is. I've been showing it to you guys a little bit on this YouTube channel. It's been very, very accurate. We predicted this bounce. We predicted the resistance here. We're at resistance right now. and so the S&P 500 started to drop down a little bit. And this is at the same time that the dollar has started to move up. Okay, so hopefully we're starting to notice this pattern coming back. The dollar over these last 6 hours has managed to move up pretty well. I mean, obviously this doesn't indicate anything. This is all, you know, it could potentially just be part of a larger sell-off, or could be, I don't know, I don't want to speculate on that, but within that same time frame, you know, we look at what's happened over these last 6 hours, and obviously the price has seen quite a decline for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is following these markets, and the sentiment here is that the dollar has had a temporary reversal. So the dollar has been moving up, it's temporarily reversed and moving down, and it's going to keep moving higher. That's the idea, and obviously that would probably spell some level of disaster for the S&P 500, which is already at resistance, and all of that at a time where Bitcoin is potentially at some of these resistance levels. So that's what's scaring people right now in this market, and that is what I want to focus your attention on, because that's the only meaningful bearish thing that I can think of in this video. If you guys watched my previous one, shout out to those of you who are smashing up those likes and staying subscribed to this YouTube channel. You're gonna remember that I was pretty happy about my trade when we were up here, and obviously I managed to secure a very small amount of profit, but something is better than nothing, and I'm targeting much higher levels. I was explaining about how, I'm quite happy with this, but my job now is to look for reasons to be bearish, okay? I'm in a long position. I'm in a position where I bought Bitcoin. Yes, my stop loss is at break even, so I can't lose money anymore, but obviously I want to make some money on top of that. I need to start asking myself, where can I be wrong? Where can the market be gaining a little bit more bearish momentum right now? And you know what? What I'm seeing right now is that we've ended up rising above a resistance level. We've risen further than we did last time. And we're now back at an old resistance level, which is currently being used as support. Okay, that's what I see, plain and simple. Yes, the other markets are looking bad, and I don't like how that looks, and I do think that this could have a negative impact on Bitcoin. It's kind of a wild card right now. It's not really something I can speak about, but Bitcoin, with this analysis right here, guys, take a look at this. Our 1 hour Ichimoku cloud, not very far away, all right? If we're trading here into tomorrow, we're going to have support at the same level. If we drop down to the very low 21K range, we're going to have support right here. We take a look at some of our EMAs. Let's look at this on the 4 hour time frame. Look at how close this support is, right? We now have a spread on the 4 hour EMA ribbon, and this is going to catch up to us within the next day as well. So there is a lot to be looking forward to as far as short-term support goes in this market. 1 hour EMA ribbon, we've basically failed it. I mean, we are still in it, but it doesn't look good with this. Although, to be fair, as long as we don't close below the bottom, we're still fine. We're still staying in that bullish momentum sort of structure. So again, I'm not too worried. I just don't see a reason to be getting too anxious about this. The only thing, like I said, is the S&P 500, the dollar, but the thing is, and what that stems from is people saying, I don't like to see Bitcoin pumping on a weekend, because then we can erase that price action on the Monday. And if you watched my video from yesterday, you're gonna remember that I said, I don't care if it's a weekend. Bitcoin is a 24/7 market, okay? So I mean, we don't, you don't look at a Bitcoin chart and just discount every weekend that's ever been traded. If you did that, you would be on the Bitcoin CME chart, because that's where this is true. You see all these gaps right here? This is evidence of, them skipping weekends. In fact, we can see this just today. If we take a look at, CME is still open. Closes in 24 minutes. This is very strange. Am I not looking at the right thing? It's very strange. 18th of July. Oh yeah, here it is. So we jump from the 18th of July to from the 15th to the 17th. We skip a day here. So these are the kind of charts you'd be reading if you wanted to discount weekend price action, but nobody does that. We're all using the 24/7 markets, the 24/7 charts, And that's the thing that I want to focus on right here. I'm not discounting weekend price action. I still think that this is valid. I do have a problem with the fact that we have dumped down like this, but guys, we're not doing anything that's a surprise. I mean, we got rejected at resistance. Look at this box side draw. I had this box drawn in the last video, guys, and I was saying that we're probably going to find resistance here. We're not getting surprised. I was saying we're probably going to find resistance here. I made a post on Telegram saying we're probably going to find support here, and as long as we do those things, we're still in a bullish, healthy market structure, in my opinion. Now, where does this get bad? This gets very bad if we lose our prior low. If we fall down here or below this level, especially if we fall below this level, we are in trouble, and I am not going to be happy with that. That is also where my stop loss is, roughly, so I would be out of my position by then, and that is not something that I would like to see. You know, ideally, I don't want it to get there, and I would prefer if we're able to stay far above. Now, if we swing below this low right here, I think we're also in trouble. I feel like the market has set a low for now, and I do not want to see us revisiting this low. I don't want to see us getting close. If we do get close to revisit this, which is only $300 away, it's very close right now. We need to move up very quickly. If we do get close, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a huge amount of support remaining for Bitcoin until it falls down to this area here. And the thing is, the problem is, if we start falling that far below this area of support, you know, we're now no longer in fake out territory. This is a real breakout. This is a breakout to the downside. It means that we've lost support. It means that we've lost our market structure. It means that we've lost the progress that we've made. Now, we haven't done any of that yet. We haven't invalidated anything yet. And so I'm just not worried. I'm not worried about what's going on. I don't need to worry. My stop loss is at break even. I don't stand to lose money. Right now, I'm still targeting the upside, and I still think we have some more upside enjoyment to go. Let's take a quick peek at Ethereum. I am going to have to wrap this one up because my laptop is dying again. Very, very frustrating. I'm super sorry that you guys keep having to deal with this. But like I said, that the resolution is around the corner. Ethereum's doing a lot better. Take a look at this. So Ethereum is actually dumped by less than Bitcoin, I think. Actually, I might be very wrong about that. Let me just check. Yeah, I mean, Ethereum's still up 10% on the day. This is the thing, guys. I mean, people are really, you know, too worried about this. Oh, we are dropping right now. People are really too worried about this, but the market is still up from where we opened. So Bitcoin down by 5%. Ethereum is definitely down a little bit less than Bitcoin. Ethereum is handling this a little bit better. Actually, I would go as far as saying a lot better, because Ethereum isn't even moving on this dump that Bitcoin is in. You know, this is one of the things that makes me, again, a little bit more optimistic, because if we're seeing that Bitcoin is facing a storm, but Ethereum isn't, I mean, Ethereum is a smaller market, guys. I mean, Ethereum is basically doing whatever Bitcoin does, but a little bit more aggressively. And if that shows us that, you know, like, Bitcoin is falling but Ethereum isn't, you know, again, that, and I said this in the last video, guys, this is showing me that sentiment is still open to be bullish. You know, sentiment is still allowing people to speculate a little bit. You know, and so if that's the case and we see some temporary moves on Bitcoin, I'm just not going to be too worried about them. You know, when Ethereum was moving down right here, you know, Bitcoin was moving down even worse, but the markets both still ended up pumping up. That's because people are still speculating here, and that speculation for some reason isn't affecting Ethereum because people are so bullish. I just don't see a problem with that. I think that, if anything, is a very healthy sign. So there you go. That's my very short-term analysis on what's going on right now. You know, I don't think that we've reached any significant levels where we are off and we can't keep rising up and that it's going to be a disaster now. I just don't think we're looking at that. If we do, you know what levels I have that would start to invalidate my setup and what I'm thinking. Meanwhile, I'm making these trades on Bybit. So if you want to be using the very same exchange that's good enough for me, and you want to get over $4,000 free of charge in your account just for using my exchange, check out the link in the description down below. When you sign up using my link to Bybit, you're going to be getting over $4,000 potentially, depending on, yeah, I mean, the stuff you do. You'll see the steps right there. You're going to be getting over $4,000 in your account that you can trade with. That is a lot of money, and obviously, if you want to take advantage of it, you're going to have to do that relatively soon. They actually ended this yesterday, but I managed to convince them to extend this offer for you guys, because I know that a few of you last guys wanted to get in who didn't have a chance. So please take this opportunity now, because it will go, and there's no way I'm going to be able to negotiate another extension for you. Of course, if you want to get inside of VIP, if you want to see how I've been trading these markets in real time, including how I'm adapting my trading strategy and how I'm forming my trading strategies, it's all inside of VIP. The only way to join is by clicking on the 3 red boxes on screen right here. The first link in the description down below, and then the @4flies button at the bottom of any post inside of 4flies Gold, and then send message to ask me how to join, and that way we can get you inside of VIP. Obviously, it's been a nice day for us here. I'm anticipating many more nice days, and if you want to see how we're going to be pulling that off and all that other good stuff, then you can join in by following these steps. But with that, I really hope you have enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit up the likes, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that good stuff. I unfortunately did not get around to making the 200-week moving average video yet, because we had a little bit more volatility. So hopefully I'm going to have a chance where the markets are calm tomorrow so that I can make this 200-week moving average video. It is a very important one. So do look out for that and make sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss it. All right, guys, that's enough from me. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and I'm out. Bye-bye.